All right, and make sure that whenever we're dealing with transferring a chemical from a secondary container into a test tube, that you always make sure that you use a test tube rack. If you don't use a test tube rack and you try and fill when you're holding the test tube in your hand, there's a good chance that you're gonna get it onto your glove, and depending on what the chemical is, it can leach through your glove, and you do not wanna deal with that. So specifically, whenever we're handling with filling a test tube, you wanna make sure that you always have your test tube rack. Now, in addition to that, when we're working on the amine experiments and we're using iodoethane and iodomethane, we have to wear a protective layer of gloves on top of the gloves that we have. So assuming that this was my iodoethane or iodomethane, we can open this up and go ahead and transfer directly from our secondary container into the test tube that's inside of the test tube rack. Do not hold this in your hand, because there's a chance that if you do hold this in your hand and make this transfer, that if you miss and get some on your gloves, it will leach through your gloves, and that needs to be avoided.